Hey everyone, Stedman here from Action Figure Overload doing a review of DC Comics Multiverse Suicide Squad's Katana action figure. Katana is part of Wave 2 in addition to Boomerang and the Joker. These figures should be hitting the stores now, so go out there and find them. I am so glad to have finally got the last 3 figures of this wave, so now I can finally complete the Connect and Connect Croc figure and complete my Suicide Squad team. Looking at the box, we see the Suicide Squad logo at the top left corner. We have the DC Comics Multiverse logo right below that. Window packaging showing Katana. She looks pretty great in there with her 2 swords. Moving down, we see a portrait of Katana in the lower left and the Suicide Squad Katana name in the right corner. If we look on the side of the package, we see the portrait of Katana with Suicide Squad logo at the bottom. On the back, we can see Harley, Deadshot, and Batman, which many of us already have. And for this wave, Joker, Boomerang, and of course Katana. And on the last side, it's just a blank side with the Suicide Squad logo and the DC Comics Multiverse logo. Now that we're done with the box, let's take her out and see how she is. Here's Katana, and she looks even better outside of the box. I really like how much detail there is in this figure as far as the paint apps and the sculpt of the figure. Looks really great. You can see a lot of the reds and the golds coming out in the jacket, and then the white in the face mask. That looks really good. The only thing that bothered me out of the box was the articulation in the arms, but we'll get to that in a moment or two after we check out Katana's accessories and all the detail in the figure. Katana comes with 2 accessories. She of course comes with her katana, which is her main weapon, and it's really cool with the metallic blade. I like what they did with the color on the blade. It gives it that silver metallic sword look. I like the way it came out. There's a nice little line sculpted toward the back end of the blade, and that's on both sides. So that came out really cool. I like the gold that was used for the blade shield for the handle. And then we have the black little weaving pattern for the handle for the grip. So pretty cool, not too bad. And then for her soul blade, we have the same thing, the same kind of paint, the same line in the back of the sword for that effect on both sides. The same coloration. This time the shield is black. So that's all black, and then in the handle grip again is all black with that same kind of pattern happening there. Both blades have little sheaths that they can go into, so they can go ahead and slide in. And these both go on Katana's waist, the little red sash that she has. So this is the front end. The back end is exposed, so you'll know, I guess, which is the front and which is the back. But I don't really know why this is exposed. They should have just had it closed off on both sides. So, okay. And then the same thing for the main katana. Goes all the way in, and the back is exposed. So, again, not really sure why. Maybe so people can know what the difference is between the front and the back. But you can also know that the front has this little notch on it, and that's to prevent the blade from going all the way down too deep in the sash and just falling all the way out. Cool. Kudos to Mattel for getting that right. That's awesome. I was already excited for Katana, but every time I look at her, I like her more and more. I like the head sculpt. It came out really good. I really like the facial expression that she has, like the death stare, like she's ready for battle. The eyes came out really good. The mask is really cool. We can get a closer look at the mask, and the flesh tones in the face came out really nice, along with the pink in the lips. So that's awesome. The hair flowing looks really nice as well. I like how it gave her the little hair like whooshing out look. So that came out really cool. The jacket is probably like the coolest part. It's a little flimsy, so it's loose. And then you can see how all the gold details are here, and the flower on the side, the flower on the tops and the collars right there on the shoulder here, and we see her her strap that she has on her arm. We can see the gloves. There's nice detailing in the gloves, and they got some nice paint there happening too. On the back of the jacket, we have another flower here along with some writing. And the bow is a little bit loose, so that's really cool. It doesn't hinder her articulation at all or anything like that. If we look at the top is just a regular, white top. There's nothing really happening there, just a couple wrinkles in the top. I do like how we can see the scar on her chest right here, right across the neck. So I kind of wish that, it had a little like pink in it to make it look like a true scar, to make it pop out just a little bit more. There's another scar right here on the belly, and we can see it right there. So yeah, came out pretty good. So belly button hanging out right there, so cool. We have the sash to hold her sword sheaths here. So this is the long one for her long katana, and then the front one is for her soul blade, of course. I like how there's a little notch here that makes it so that it can just drop down to a certain level and it doesn't go down any further than that. So that's really cool. They move around so that way you can put the swords in whatever kind of position that you want, so it doesn't really hinder her articulation. Black pants with the gold writing on the front, so that's cool there. Came out really nice and clean. And then we also have some writing on the back here to continue. And then going down, we just have her plain maroon color boots. No real like paint detail in there, but we do see the shoestrings. Yeah, the detail came out really good on the shoes as well. For articulation, Katana's head does move down, so she can look down that much. It doesn't move back, it just moves back up to the resting position so she can look forward again. So it doesn't go back any further than that, so she can't really look up. Her head does move left and right, side to side. Her arms move up and out about that much. She does have upper bicep rotation. She has elbows that bend at about 120 degrees, so not very much at all. She does have rotation at the elbows, so that's kind of nice. But it would be nicer if she could bend her elbows at 90 degrees or more, seeing how she's wielding swords. But anyways, her wrists rotate as well. She has an ab crunch that allows her to move forward about that much and then back into resting. So again, just like with the head, she doesn't really go back any further than that, just forward just a little bit and then back to resting. She has waist rotation. Her legs can do the splits about that much, so that's nice. She can kick forward completely, so she can make a 90-degree angle with her legs. She has upper or kind of like just mid thigh rotation, so she can rotate at the thighs. Her knees can bend at 90 almost 90 degrees. So her knees can bend about that much. Nothing with the calf area, no rotation or cuts at the calf, but her feet moves down about that much and up, and that's just about regular standing pose, so they can just tilt down just a little bit. So like I was saying earlier, I really wish that she had 90-degree movement or more in her elbows, so that way she can get two hands on the sword. That lack of articulation really takes away from her holding the sword with two hands. I was able to get it just a moment ago, but you really have to force that position in there and hope that it doesn't, mess the arms or warp the arms or any way like that. So let's see if I could put the sword down just a bit. And so, it is possible to get her in the pose with two hands on the sword, but you're gonna have to kind of like force it and hope that it stays that way. Otherwise, the slightest like movement could make the arms pop out like that. So just be aware of that. That's the downside of the articulation in the arms. It's the only real downside that I see to this figure, but it is kind of big because she is a sword-wielding character, and most people hold the katana with, two hands. Katana stands in at just below 6 inches. Here she is next to Rick Flag, and here she is with the other figures in the wave. So overall, I really like the Katana figure. I think the sculpt came out really good. The details pop out because the great paint that was applied to the figure with the jacket and with the face mask, and even with the writing on the pants, everything just came out really good. The only thing that's making this figure not 100% is the lack of articulation in the arms. I think that if it had 90 degrees or more or double jointed elbows, then this figure would have been more or less perfect. So while you can get her into some poses with two hands on the swords, it might be a little tough for you to get her into those poses and for her to stay that way because the arms will just flap back into place. So that's my review of Katana. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Feel free to leave a comment below. You can also check out my Facebook page and follow me on Instagram. Thanks for watching. Later.